one? Did you have the meeting? Did you make that call? I hope your weekend was great and you're enthusiastic about the new week that we have in front of us. May your dreams come true, and may that call come in, and may that approval that you've always wanted meet you halfway. I am Dee. Let's see what's happening across Africa. We have reports from South Sudan. WHO has given an update on Mpox. Congo is also in the news, and UN, we also have something from there. Uganda as well. So let's see what's going on. Remember when Mpox was a situation across the world? Everybody was scared. We were all running around because Mpox at that time was considered an international health emergency by the World Health Organization. Anyway, what is good news today is that officially WHO no longer considers the Mpox outbreak in Africa to be an international health emergency. It was the UN agency's director that gave the update over the weekend. The new form of Mpox emerged in early 2024 in Congo and in some other neighboring African countries, and it spread through close contacts, and WHO declared it a global health emergency in August of last year. So exactly 1 year later, we're out of the woods. WHO Director General Tedros Ghebreyesus told reporters over the weekend that an emergency panel was created after the outbreak, and the emergency panel advised that the situation is no longer an international emergency, and he said, "I have accepted that advice." The international emergency declaration, the agency's highest level of warning about threatening health issues, also triggered the release of resources and enhanced public awareness campaigns, among other measures. So it was not like, oh, we folded our hands and we waited for it to stop being an emergency, and yay, it's no longer an emergency. Work was put in. There were public campaign awareness, there were other measures that were put in place just so we can celebrate today that Mpox is no longer a threat. Of course, lifting the emergency declaration does not mean the threat is over, nor that our response will stop. It means we can sleep better, the World Health Chief said. Well, Mpox, if you remember, it used to be called monkeypox. You remember? Well, it was considered derogatory at some point to call it monkeypox, and it was later called Mpox. It's endemic in parts of Africa where people have been infected through bites from rodents or small animals, and then we have milder symptoms to include fever, chills, body aches. And in more serious cases, people can just develop lesions on the face, even on hands, on their chest, and even the genital areas. There are various versions of the virus, but what we know for now is that, thankfully, it's no longer a big deal. Just to add, Ghebreyesus said that the decision to end the emergency followed improved health or public health measures and sustained decline in case counts. Increasing tests was a big factor. Dr. Dimi Ogoin, who is a Nigerian infectious diseases specialist who also chairs the WHO Emergency Committee, said many countries have improved their ability to diagnose, and this has allowed them to identify cases and to reduce the spread. Congo is set to vaccinate health workers and anybody who comes in contact. You know, there's an Ebola situation going on in Congo right now. Are you aware? Well, the WHO said it has dispatched its experts alongside Congo's rapid response team to Kasai province to strengthen disease surveillance. And they also are doing everything that they can to ensure treatment and infection prevention and also control in health facilities. And it's also delivering supplies including personal protective equipment, mobile laboratory equipment, and medical supplies. Congo has a stockpile of treatments, and WHO has assured that the Ebola situation would not go beyond what our hands can handle. He said, we have previously propositioned 2,000 doses of Ebola vaccine in Kinshasa, which we are releasing to vaccinate contacts and health workers. That's what Ghebreyesus says. It's the 16th outbreak of Ebola in Congo, and the health minister of Congo, Kamba, said the fatality rate, which is estimated at 53.6%, showed the gravity of the situation. But it's not just about knowing about the gravity of the situation. Now they're taking, the very bold step to vaccinate health workers. Every single one health worker will be vaccinated. And of course, not just the health workers, also contacts. Anybody who comes in contact with them would have to be vaccinated. From there, let us head on to where the United Nations boss is advocating for climate justice and financial reform. Before leaving Papua New Guinea, the Secretary General highlighted the importance of climate justice, and he called for reforms for international financial systems to give developing nations a stronger voice. Guterres was speaking in Port Moresby, and he praised Papua New Guinea's 50 years of uninterrupted democracy amidst diverse linguistics and geographical challenges. He pointed out that despite its significant challenges, the country has classified as a middle-income country, lacks access to concessional funding, which he deemed an injustice. And he urged the global community to match Papua New Guinea's generous contributions to combating climate change to Papua New Guinea, but to other developing nations, that they need a stronger voice, especially countries in Africa. From the break, we'll be taking more stories. Stay with us. It's Citizen FM 93.7.
Did you miss out on the news during the week?
Good morning.
Not to worry. Retrospect is here to make up for the missed information. Retrospect is a complete package of all the major news headlines that made the airwaves from Sunday to Saturday. Join me, Esther Musu, on the program Retrospect on Citizen 93.7 FM Abuja every Sunday at 6 p.m. Retrospect, we keep you informed.
You a student looking for
you have one more month of IT,
you want to
right?
discuss the issues that matter most to you. Tune in to Student Affairs every Wednesday
So how has it been?
12:05 p.m. on Citizens 93.7 FM Abuja. Join the conversation as we dissect